Hello and welcome back to Fair Weather Trains. I think, as I said in a previous video, that there's a bit of a conundrum going on in my life whereby I've sort of decided I've got far too many locos, but equally you can never have enough locos, so there isn't a number that's too many. So anyway, at the moment I've been sorting through some up there that's hidden up the back of my piles that I haven't run for ages, 2 or 3 years maybe, and find them and thinking, blimey, I haven't run that for a while, let's see if that still works, or I want to get rid of it. So today I found these two hidden away up the back in their boxes, so let's bring them in. There's one. There's the other one. You can't really see it. I'll back the other one up. So these two are both from Lionel, or if you're English like I am, the much less impressive Lionel. And these are GS4s. Now these two, or at least the one nearest the camera, the one in the daylight livery, I picked up off eBay 2 or 3 years ago now, for about 30 quid. I did originally have a Bachmann version that looked just like that, probably exactly the same tooling but newer, and that was absolute trash, complete garbage that was. I got rid of that double quick time. And when I saw a Lionel one, and it went cheap, so I thought I might as well get that and we'll see what it's like. And it turned out to be not too bad. The one behind it was sold as spares or repairs, so I picked that one up because I thought I might need some spares, because it had a broken front bogie. It said it was loose. Well, I'll come back to that in a minute, but needless to say, it turned out to have absolutely nothing wrong with it. So I've got the boxes. I'll just show you the box. It's a huge box. Let's just zoom back out a bit. So it looks like this. If I can get that in properly. Let's pick the camera up better so you can see it better. There's the cuckoo. So it's a GS4 Northern 484 loco and tender, Western Pacific. So this is the black one. HO scale Lionel. Is there anything on the, nothing on the end, and a load of information on the back that you can see. A truly historic engine, so there you go, and some info about double drive diesels. Not sure what that means. And yeah, that's the front of the box. Also comes with, got the paperwork for both of them. It's the same for both except the dates. So this is the black one, is 1977 to 78. The other one is 75, 76, I think. So I've got the service policy, so I can get it serviced. There's a list of all the places. I'll be popping over to Louisiana any time now if I lose a wheel or something. That's all that, and can't remember what this is. Oh, just some information about the actual loco and the American Freedom Train. And then now to take it apart and all that jazz. So as you can see, it's from that picture, it's a bit of a split chassis number. Does have working lights, although I've noticed since I got it back out of the box just now, the headlight on the daylight one has packed up, so I need to get a new bulb, if I can find out what they're actually called. So yeah, that's the paper with it. So the black one is the newer of the two, So we'll have a bit of a closer look at it. I think they look quite impressive, to be honest. No, the tender is just, if I can get it off, hang on. Oh, it goes that way, right? The tender is just a basic plastic mould with plenty of rivets. The colouring and everything is done really well. Paint, there's a false rear light there, but these handrails here are wire. So it is very light. With just, is that plastic wheels? Yeah, I think it's, no, they might be metal. I don't know, I can't tell because they've been blackened. And it can even do a close couple if you want, although it won't do it on my track because there's a couple of second radius in it and it's a bit, doesn't like them very much. And I say both these locos are the same. So the front bogie on that black one, which is apparently knackered, all it was a screw needed tightening up. This was just dangling down even more than it does now. But you can see all the paint nicely applied, all the printing, whatever it is, decent moulding on the top, metal safety valves and whistle. It's very rattly. You can see it's got that horrible springy type thing there with the rear pony that swivels with a, yeah, it's not great. This is another one which is a right arse ache to get on the track. There's no cab detailing because it's a sealed cab, which you don't see very often. There's no glazing, anything like that, but the number's well applied, as you can possibly see. And the moulding's pretty good. It's got a nice wheel design, which are, oh, they are metal, with obviously metal tyres. Nice running gear and all that. Yeah, moulding's pretty good on this, considering how old it is. Got the double light on the front. And let's say, don't think that's a real coupling, I'm not sure that would work. But it is pretty much all plastic. But it is, does have a bit of weight to it, but that's all in the chassis, as you saw from that picture. The two great big weights, one either side of the insulators. Yeah, so I bought it because I like the look of it. I like the look of the Bachmann one, but that was crap, as I say. Yes, it's very, everything's very loose. It's very clanky. It says there, if you can see that, it shows up, Lionel, Hong Kong. Yeah, it's very clanky. This rear pony's horrible, and it's an absolute bugger to get on the track. But yeah, it's nice looking, and it's from a bit of a distance. So let's get that back on. I won't film it because, as I say, it's a pain in the bum. I don't know much about Lionel. I seem to remember they make O-gauge and some pretty awful Christmas train sets that I've seen somewhere or other. But yeah, these aren't too bad. So the thing is, how do they run? Well, bearing in mind how old they are, they have been serviced. I did all that when I first got them, actually. So we'll try the daylight one first. As I say, they've got a bit of clankiness about them, and there's definitely some noise there. They do have a bit of a habit of derailing as well, and they crump over some of my points, usually the Pico ones, because I think they're a bit finer. Don't think we can get it to do much of a crawl. I've had worse though. So let's have a look at the black one. As I say, they are both exactly the same, it's just a paint job that's different. Black ones' lights do work though at the moment. You might be able to just see them. I don't think that's too bad. Yeah, that's okay. The noise really comes onto its own when you give it a bit of welly. As you can hear. Don't need sound fitting locos with these ones, I can tell you. We'll send the black one round first. See how that gets on. Should be alright. I have run them before this video because they do need to warm up a bit. Yeah, you can tell it's going to be a bit noisy, isn't it? So that one's made it round, which is a good thing. Right, so let's have a look at the daylight version. Yeah, it doesn't like that set of points there, that's Pico. I don't think that's too bad for given the age of that one. 75 or whatever it was. Yeah, so they run all right. Loud and clanky. But yeah, I do think they're decent models. So I'll see if I can sort out some rolling stock and we'll give them a quick run round and see if they can, how many laps they can do before it all derails. Right, let me see what I've got. One thing I would like to know is whether these are actually proper scale, because they're HO, so they should be smaller than 00. And in the middle there I've got the 9F, Hornby 9F. You can see there's quite a size difference. So were these locos actually that much bigger or that huge compared to our largest steam engine? If anybody knows, I'd like to know, or whether these Lionel ones are out of scale, just too big. Not that I'm bothered, I'd just like to know. Due to my lack of daylight coaches, I've had to enrol the use of my £2 blood and custards again because they look vaguely correct. The little guards van in there is a converter to use tension lock couplings. Both of these, being old, have got board hook couplings. And the black one is on freight duty. had an uncoupling, because as usual with all older American stuff, the coupling heights are all over the place. No problem with connectivity though, or conductivity I should say. And as you're about to see, the couplings have failed again. That's the American coupling that keeps, because they're slightly different heights for whatever reason. It's quite nice to be in the UK and have some sort of standard. Yeah, you can see the light doesn't work on that one. This one's still running well. Doesn't need a sound chip, that one. Let's bring them into a stop. Let's get some ear defenders. Oh, and the daylight one seems to have lost its coaches again. So there we go, two old Lionel GS4s. Nice engine. I don't know if anyone else makes a newer version of one of these. Maybe Broadway or someone, or an Athens Genesis, but these are old. They're clanky, and I quite like them, although they're a bit of a pain in the arse. They've cracked in a bit of the scenery because they're so big and they swing round, and they've also affected my ears because they're so bloody loud. So what do you think of them two? Considering I paid 60-65 quid in total for the two, I don't think that's too bad, but these are definitely on the list, the possible sell-on list now, I think, because I haven't run them for about 2 or 3 years, and I've run them now and they're just a bit of a pain in the arse, really. You know, this is supposed to be fun. Also, let us know what you think of the scaling, because I would like to know that. It'd be quite interesting to see if they are overscale or they really are that huge. So that's two Lionel HO GS4 steam engines, boxed with instructions and everything. They run okay. They run okay. They're not really sorted for my layout. I think they're most like large sweeping curves, which I can't give them. And I didn't build this layout with huge great things like that in mind. So yeah, I think they're on the possibly move them on list. So thanks for watching. Let us know what you think of these, or if you've even got one. And we'll see you next time. Cover your ears.